Just imagine growing up in rural North Carolina and winding up on national reality TV. Today we're talking to the cast of True TV's Lizard Lick Towing, Ronnie and Amy Shirley. So nice to see you. I watch the show. A lot of people do #1 show right now on Time Warner and on True TV. How did it all come about?
Wife Swap came to us and wanted us to do Wife Swap, but I told them, I said, you know, my wife's mean on a skillet full of rattlesnakes. Y'all do not want to put her on that show. So,
I was not going to let my kids suffer through that either.
So we didn't do Wife Swap, and we held our ground, and they just came back a couple weeks later and said, well, can we send a cameraman to film y'all? And we said, you know, it's just like your underwear, it's up to you. Send them on down here. And they flew him in from New York. He stayed about, what, 6 hours, baby?
Probably not that long.
He got shot at, loaded up his camera, went back to New York, and we've had a show ever since.
You still have your towing business while you're doing this?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's kind of busy for you.
Repo's our bread and butter, you know. You can't get away from the horse that took you to the race and jump on another saddle. So we're still doing repos. We got a great crew. We're still running 9 trucks. We got 13 people that work there. It's a great backbone. It's a lot bigger than what you really see on TV, but it's really nice to meet so many different people. And what we really enjoy, what I really enjoy is the kids, you know, it's seeing a kid smile and just come up there and it changes their day. That's the best part of this whole show.
He's a very funny man. You've seen him on Last Comic Standing, the unforgettable Dodge Hemi commercials. He's performing tonight at Good Nights in Raleigh this weekend. John Reeve, how are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Welcome home.
Thank you.
Okay. You have ties to North Carolina, lots of them.
Yes. Well, I went to school at NC State for like 7 years. I ended up getting a 4-year degree in 7 years somehow.
Okay.
But I'm from Hickory, North Carolina. Also worked at a Goodyear for a while, changing tires with my uncle. And my uncle, he was like the head mechanic. He's like the idiot savant, but heavy on the idiot. He's the kind of guy who can't spell IQ, but he can somehow build you a working motor out of an old coffee can and a chicken heart. Somehow, you know, like he'll get you moving, right? He was trying to teach me how to change brakes. I don't know if you know anything about brakes or brake drums, but there's...
I know they're necessary.
They are necessary, yes. Okay. And a lot of older cars, they have asbestos dust in there, you know? So I pulled off a brake drum. Asbestos dust flies out everywhere. And my uncle looked at me, he goes, "Get back, stupid. That stuff will give you cancer."
Oh, my goodness.
my dad, he would go like, when I was first getting into comedy, he would go like, "Yeah, I got 2 boys, and one of them is a comedian. He's a ball to be around, and my other son has a job." Oh my God. I was like, wait a second.
Oh my God.
But he's proud now. But my dad is the subject of a lot of my comedy because he's a character. You know what I mean by character?
A character from the South. And you got some good ones. I tell you, I'm sure that they are proud. Glad to see you here. And everybody recognizes you, of course, from the commercials and Last Comic Standing. It is nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Because I've been watching you for a long time, so it's good to see you in person. Shows are tonight and tomorrow night at 8 and 10:15. And guess what? You can purchase tickets online at the club's website. GoodNightsComedy.com. Also a link on our website. Go to news14.com and click on story links. It's so good to see you.
You too. Thanks for
having
having
fun tonight.
I will.
He plays the dad on the hit Disney show Ant Farm. He's appeared in many movies and television shows like Saturday Night Live. He was a regular on there. Writes a column on relationships for Essence magazine and performing in Raleigh at Good Nights this weekend. So good to see you, comedian Finesse Mitchell.
My favorite character is anytime I got a chance to talk like Morgan Freeman.
Yes.
Yes. And talk about Andy Dufresne and Shawshank Redemption. Or just imitating people like Tracy Morgan.
You're very good there. You're very good there.
It's like observational comedy.
Okay.
But I talk about politics.
Your childhood.
My childhood, my name being Finesse, my mom only being 15 years older than me. You know, I couldn't help her with her homework. She couldn't help me with my homework because we was in the same age group. Just stuff like that. You watch my comedy special.
I have seen your comedy special, and a lot of people want to see it tonight. So head to Good Nights. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to
GoodNightsComedy.com.
You're going to be performing tonight.
We
will always remember him as the high-spirited J.J. Evans from the classic sitcom Good Times, and many years as a stand-up comedian and a movie star. But did you know he's also an author with a brand new book, and he's performing in Raleigh at Good Nights this weekend. Comedian Jimmy J.J. Walker. So nice to see you.
Well, it's always good to be here.
I have loved and laughed at you for years. You have such a great sense of comedy.
Wow, thank you. My goodness, oh heck darn it. That's terrific. We love that. Thank you very much.
I love the name of your book, Dynamite, because that's what we think of when we first got to know you, but now we've got to know you through so many other things. You worked with David Letterman for a long time.
David Letterman, I was fortunate enough that he wrote with me for about 10 years, as did Jay Leno, as did Jack Handy from Saturday Night Live, as did Larry Charles from the Kelsey Grammer Show, as a lot of people, Larry Jacobson from Married with Children, Wayne Klein from Married with Children, and David Letterman, and Johnny Carson and all that. So I've had a lot of people.
And you watch a lot of daytime shows like Maury. I know that that's in part of your stand-up routine.
Yes. I do all that whole deal. We love Maury. We watch him all the time. A lot of good stuff there, funny stuff. We have that in the big act that we do. One of our big bedposts of the act is the Maury Povich bit that we do.
And so you'll be doing that at Good Night.
Definitely.
Oh,
that
my
fits
gosh.
right in there. Check it out.
And can't wait to finish reading your book. Once again, the book is on bookshelves everywhere. Good Times, Bad Times, Our Times, Dynamite. So nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. She is a very funny lady. She's a comedian and a writer with a brand new book, and I can't wait to read it. She's performing at Good Nights in Raleigh this weekend. Sarah Colonna, so nice to see you, sweetie.
Hi, nice to see you too.
I have watched you for years, and I'm so excited that you're here in Raleigh.
Awesome, thank you. I'm excited to be here too. I've never been before.
I've seen you on NBC Comedy Central, of course, Chelsea lately.
Yes.
Where do you get all your material from?
From my life. No, it's, the good thing about doing stand-up, because I'm working on Chelsea lately, obviously we talk so much about celebrity stuff and, dumb things that happen in the news. So doing stand-up, you get to, talk more about personal things and family and dating and all those things that people can relate to. So it's a lot more fun.
Where do you go from here?
Actually, this is the end of my book tour. So I'm celebrating it here in North Carolina. Yes, this is the finale. I mean, I'll do, for the rest of the year, whenever I do stand-up, I'll definitely kind of, have books with me and do signings and all that. But this is the end of, the official book tour that started in February. So it's kind of exciting. I mean, I'm sad it's going to be kind of coming to an end. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, what's next?